Hello, everyone. This is Anthony Avina with On Request Magazine, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Riff. We are here to tell you the latest news in the film, television, gaming, book, music, everything genres. So without further ado, here are the highlights from the past week. Let's start with film. When we last left off, we had been talking about the premiere of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming up, and since that point, the trailer has premiered, and it was awesome, to say the least. It was amazing. Just in the 2 minutes of footage, they showcased who these characters are, how dysfunctional they are, and how awesome they are together when they come together to fight whatever evil is out there. They're a ragtag group. The sense I got from the trailer was truly a unique space opera epic, journey that I haven't seen since Star Wars. And I'm talking about an original story, because there have been other Star Wars films since the original, and there have been other Star Trek films, and I love the new Star Trek films. But as far as originality, like a brand new story that we haven't seen before, this is a truly unique, epic story. Not only did they showcase the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they showcased Benicio del Toro's character, the Collector. They showcased a couple of other villains. I couldn't tell. I think there was a brief glimpse of Ronan the Accuser, but I'm not sure yet. They showcased the heroes, the Guardians of the Galaxy. They showcased John C. Reilly and the Nova Corps. I know that Glenn Close is also part of the Nova Corps, so I can't wait to see how that turns up, especially if the hero Nova from the comics appears at some point. What else? The trailer was just so cool, so great. Chris Pratt is going to be amazing as Star-Lord. So is Aldana. It's going to be great. Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel voicing Rocket Raccoon and Groot is awesome, and of course Dave Bautista, or I think that's his name. I think his name is Dave Bautista. Being Drax the Destroyer is going to be badass, to say the least. And I can't wait to see how this all ties into Thanos. This is going to be awesome. What else? Hold on, my Xbox is going off. Cancel. Yeah, that's all going to be great. The trailer was amazing. In other Marvel news, the All Hail the King short film that is accompanied by the Thor the Dark World DVD and Blu-ray premiered, because, of course, Thor the Dark World came out on Blu-ray and DVD, and it's available to rent now also, which I'm excited about. And in that trailer, I won't give away too many spoilers, but we got a glimpse of a few Marvel tidbits, including Seagate Prison, I believe it's called, which is where Luke Cage, the hero, was born. There was Sam Rockwell's character from Iron Man 2 in it. God, what's his name? Can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll come to me later. But he was in it. Of course, Ben Kingsley reprised his role as Trevor Slattery, who in Iron Man 3 was pretending to be the Mandarin. And we got I think a satisfying conclusion / build up to the myth of the Mandarin, where the whole story came from. So check that out. No new DC news as far as films go. All the other film news today, the Godzilla trailer came out, another Godzilla trailer, and we got an even better look at Godzilla himself, along with his infamous roar. And there was a lot more Bryan Cranston in it, which I thought was great. I love Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen. They're great. Bryan Cranston is just the best. He's one of my all-time favorite actors right now. So I'm so excited to see this Godzilla trailer, which is coming out May 16th. What else? Let's see. X-Men news. I think a teaser trailer just came out a few hours ago. The Amazing Spider-Man 3 is going to have Mark Webb returning to direct, which is great. So he'll officially be directing the first 3 Spider-Man films. There's also, at the premiere of that short film, All Hail the King, they showcased the first 10 minutes of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Lots of action and humor, and great espionage, black ops stuff going on, so that's cool. And Marvel is officially looking for a director for Doctor Strange, probably the most mystical superhero character in Marvel's arsenal. So look for more on that when it comes. Now on to television. It looks like, let's see, the CW's got some news going on right now. The new show that they're building called iZombie, based on a comic by Chris Robertson and Michael Allred, has cast 3 of its stars from the show. I think it's the show Breakout Kings. The star of that show, Malcolm Goodwin, is going to be playing police detective Clive, who is going to partner up with the lead character, Liv, after her abilities help him solve a multitude of cases. Let's see. Also, Last Man Standing star Alexandra Krosny is going to be playing Liv's best friend, Peyton. And, of course, CW alum and Once Upon a Time alum, Alias alum, David Anders is going to be playing the antagonist, Blaine. This show is from the creator of Veronica Mars, Rob Thomas, and Diane Ruggiero. And it's going to focus on a med student who is going to be Liv, turned zombie, working in a coroner's office. But in order to maintain her humanity, she'll be forced to dine on the brains of the deceased. But in doing so, she will absorb their memories and use it to solve their murders, among other crimes. That sounds pretty interesting. So look for that on the CW. Also, this week is the return of Arrow, which I'm super excited about. They're already releasing a description and photos from next week's episode, though, which is, let's see, what's it going to be called? The Promise. It's called The Promise. And if the description is any indication, I believe that Oliver is going to finally find out that Slade Wilson's alive. Because the description for next week's episode, The Promise, is Oliver is shocked when he learns that Slade has come to Starling City. Back on the island, as Oliver, Slade, and Sarah prepare to take over the freighter from Ivo, Sarah pulls Oliver aside and tells him he needs to kill Ivo to prevent him from telling Slade what happened with Shadow. Oliver feels immense guilt over the situation, but realizes Slade's growing rage from the Mirakuru makes him unpredictable, and he could turn on his friends if he thinks Oliver is to blame. So Oliver agrees to kill Ivo, and the battle begins. This is going to be a pretty epic episode. I think this week's return is going to end with Oliver and Slade coming face to face. It's going to be pretty interesting. So look back here for more information on those 2 episodes. Let's see. Let's do a television spotlight. We usually do Showtime spotlights and stuff. But this week we're going to focus on 2 shows in particular. First off, Being Human. This show on Sci-Fi with there's a fantastic cast. Has been on its 4th season and been doing super well. And the cast has just announced, along with Sci-Fi, that it is actually going to be ending on April 7th. The series finale is on April 7th, which is sad to say the least. I love this show. It's such a great story. The cast is awesome. They released a nice little send-off from the cast to their fans, which is really cool. They had 4 strong seasons, which I'm really happy about. It didn't end after the first one. I wish it could have gone on for longer, but for a sci-fi show, that's pretty good. That was how long Battlestar Galactica was on. So, Being Human, such a fantastic show. Love them all. Just overall, the characters have really grown since the first season. Of course, the main character, Aiden, is my personal favorite. He's the vampire on the show. And yeah, that's on sci-fi. The other show I wanted to focus on was True Detective. Personally, this show has filled the void left behind by Breaking Bad. Just such great character development, great plots. Excuse me. Just an overall amazing story. Follows a grisly murder case, and it goes back and forth from current day interviews with the detectives involved, which is Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, and to the past when they were working the case. And it deals with not only the way they worked the case and the personalities that they had, but it goes into their personal lives as well. What shaped these guys, who they were as people. Even though they represented the good guys, trying to root out evil, they were very damaged themselves, or they still are on the show. So, that's personally one of my favorite shows now. I love Walking Dead, which has been going strong. The Walking Dead, Arrow, and True Detective are my top 3 shows right now. So, that's it for television. Just watch HBO on Sundays for True Detective. Just a great hour of television. I hope it keeps going for years to come. Whether they do it with the same cast over and over, or if they get a new cast every year like American Horror Story, I'm not sure yet. But keep watching anyways, because it's such a compelling story, and there's only 2 episodes left. So if you haven't watched it yet, go on HBO On Demand or HBO Go and catch up now, because there's 2 episodes left, and it's going to be really gritty and, disturbing, and just great acting. This is Matthew McConaughey's best television performance I've ever seen, or best performance ever, I would say. So go check that out. Only other thing I want to talk about is the Batman Arkham Origins released a little teaser trailer for the upcoming DLC, A Cold, Cold Heart, which looks like it's going to be an introduction to the villain Mr. Freeze. The 40 seconds worth of footage just showed a award ceremony at Wayne Manor, and all of a sudden a blast of ice breaking through the building, freezing people in midair. Just this dark, menacing figure in power armor, walking through Wayne Manor, freezing people. It's Mr. Freeze, and it looks like it's going to be truly disturbing. And lots of action, and looks like it's going to be a good plot. So check that out. That's coming in April, I believe, to Xbox and probably PlayStation and all that. So, and then if you want more news on gaming, you can always check out my personal blog, which goes on the magazine's website, onrequestmagazine.com. I do a lot of Nintendo update stuff, as well as written weekend review stuff, television reviews, film reviews, book reviews, game reviews, all that stuff. So go check that out, guys. And then that's going to do it for me. Look here later on for our YouTube Spotlight. We'll talk about a certain YouTuber who just made a splash on The Voice, which premiered yesterday. So look for that, and I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching the Weekend Review, or the Weekly Riff. This is Anthony Avino with On Request Magazine, signing off. Peace out, guys.